Happy New Year. Good morning. Welcome to class. Um, I thought it would be, I thought it'd be good to start off the new year with this topic. But then also, I think it's just been on my mind. The last class, um, I talked about what is yoga and gave a reference to um, other spiritual texts when I was speaking about the Yoga Sutra. And I found myself later thinking, oh no, I said other spiritual texts and some folks, I was concerned about some folks going being like going, what do you mean Yoga Sutra is a spiritual text? And I recall hearing, some folks who or some reference, in someone's church where they thought yoga was blasphemy or something like, there was like a concern about it be competing with rel other religions or religions. So I want to say other religions with religion. Um, and so, we don't talk about God a whole lot, like explicitly in yoga class. And when I say we, I mean yoga teachers. Um, at least in the I don't want to, I can't speak for all yoga teachers, but what I've noticed in a lot of yoga classes or most yoga classes I've been to, and in the classes that I teach, um, there's not a whole lot of explicit conversation about God. And I think that is because we want the whole process to be inclusive. And um, some folks don't believe in God. And so as many, millions, billions of people there are on this planet, there are so many ideas of what God means and what spirituality is for different folks. And and so we don't want to um, put anyone off or have anyone feel uncomfortable or think that we're, competing with someone else's beliefs. Um, and so, so this, it's really, Sadhguru uh, gave a beautiful talk about belief versus devotion and how they are different. And that belief really instills a sense of confidence and that you know something, you know. Whereas devotion, you don't profess to know anything. You're just devoted to whatever it is that you're devoted to without professing that you really know anything. But you're giving your whole heart. And this concept of ishvara pranidhanam, which is one of the niyamas from the eight limbs of yoga, is uh, in the text attached to the article. I hope you read the article that I don't know if you can see it attached to this video, but later I'll attach it if it's not there. Um, is the uh, most profound of the practices, and ultimately is the goal with yoga is complete surrender. And humans, we learn by language, by narrative, by stories. And so we must to some degree in order to learn need to put language to something in order to relay it to each other. Some things. But there are many things in life that is learned and experienced that is beyond language. So to some degree, when we're learning or teaching or coming to an understanding of something, in many instances, we need language to come to that understanding. And God is a word in in the English language that is put to um, describe this concept. And for different people, it means different things. It had God, God, maybe he or she may have a pronoun attached to it. Some folks may really know, they believe their belief is, I mean, I was raised Catholic, and Jesus Christ is God. Um, and, and when I was growing up, but as in my adulthood, I've come to um, consider God more as mystery. And, you know, when some folks, so what is this? God, so is it, um, and to some folks, it's the universe, it's nature, it's that which is beyond ourselves, which is greater than this ourselves that is beyond us. And it's about getting outside of our heads and getting outside of ourselves and connecting to something, whether we have a belief and we feel we know exactly what that something is, or whether it's mystery, and connecting to that, surrendering to it, which is which is what ishvara pranidhana is in Sanskrit. Um, you may, you hear it when you hear great artists speak about their craft and when they're in it, playing their guitar or writing a song or producing something. Many times you hear them say they don't feel like it's them doing it. It's and whatever name they put to it, and you're not here put, but it's something going. They feel like a channel, and whatever it is, it's moving, it's working through them, and that's what's coming out. They lose themselves, and they're producing this beautiful masterpiece, or whatever it is that they're doing, and they are connected to something that is greater than their individual selves, and they recognize that. And you may hear it from other folks who are doing something, and they'll describe this phenomenon, you know. And in the asana practice, one moment that really stands out for me was when I was really my intention was to focus on. My focus was on. I chose. And the choice, the offer was given to choose. You know what I am surrendering to. And I chose, because I was raised Catholic, Jesus Christ. And my focus was on this in my practice. And I found myself doing a handstand, which is not, something that, I mean, I'm able to do a handstand, but um, not consistently in my practice. But this is something that I work towards. But on this particular day, my intent, I was surrendering, and my focus was on Jesus Christ. And I was in a handstand for I don't know how long, but I was in it solid. And I was amazed by it. Um, while my focus was there, surrendered. And and throughout that practice, interesting things were happening. Like the radio came on right at a specific, um, clear time with a particular song that was like, what? Like electronics. I didn't touch it. I didn't do anything. And and things like different things were happening. And when I found myself in this connection, things moving in sync. If and you may have your own examples. And I invite you, if you're listening, to later or at any point share any example you might have where something mysterious happened and you felt like it was God or mystery or something in the universe that was awesome. Uh, and uh, and so I invite you to do that. And let's see. I think um, I'm gonna leave it at that. And today I'm going to just surrender and just see what happens with practice today. um, so if you're with me, let's come on to this space and in our practice here, let's have our intention be to let go of ourselves. Lean not on our own understanding, realizing that we don't know everything. And allow ourselves to be receptive and just open, letting go. Empty your cup, um, and allow yourself to simply receive, letting go of whatever thoughts, all the things that we think we know. Um, Open ourselves to mystery and possibility and wonder and enjoy it. So let's settle in here. Find yourself in a comfortable seat. I welcome or invite you to, when you're ready, once you find your position, close the eyes. And whether you're in a chair or sitting on the ground, noticing the weight of the body settling into the earth with gratitude for gravity. If it weren't for gravity, we wouldn't be able to stay on this beautiful planet. We'd be lifting off, floating straight up into space. How wonderful gravity is. Feeling the heaviness, noticing whatever is here in this moment, letting the awareness move through this dimension of space, through sound, touch, sight, just allowing whatever is here to be, letting go of our false sense of control. And just being a witness here to what is without trying to interpret it, but knowing that that's what the mind does. We might just observe when the mind is doing that, automatically processing things, labeling things, noticing how active or inactive the body or the mind is right now. And just with a sense of loving awareness, acknowledging that. With awareness on the breath, just how it naturally enters and exits the body. At the tip of the nose, on the back of the throat, noticing the chest and the belly as it rises and falls. Noticing how the body responds to the breath. And with awareness, maybe even of the whole body, there might be certain areas that draw our attention. If it does, then just bring the awareness there, simply as a witness, without reacting. Just observe what happens there. How it changes. And if the awareness naturally moves somewhere else, just allow it. Allowing awareness of simple presence and stillness underlying all of this. Silence underlying all of this. ourselves to receive whatever is here. And with awareness on the breath, we'll begin with samadhi breathing, which is an even length of inhale and exhale to a count of 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. You maintaining that same steady rhythm and noticing the pause between the inhale and the exhale with awareness on that stillness, the pause. Allowing even and steady rhythm